The moment Maya stumbled into the crowded ballroom, she knew she was in trouble real. Breath-stealing trouble because the man she had spent her whole life avoiding was already there. And he had already seen her. Elian's eyes locked on her from across the glittering expanse of chandeliers and polished marble. Unavoidable as a gravitational pull. Her pulse spiked. Not now, not tonight. Not when everything depended on her staying invisible. She turned sharply, but crashed straight into a chest she instantly recognized. Solid, warm, immovable. You're trembling, King Rowan, murmured voice low enough that only she could hear. Who are you running from? Maya swallowed hard. She shouldn't be anywhere near him. Being close to the Alpha King was dangerous, overwhelming. Intoxicating, like standing too close to a wildfire and pretending she wouldn't get burned. But Elian was already pushing through the crowd, jaw clenched with territorial fury. And she had no other place to hide. Please, she breathed. Barely a whisper. Help me. Rowan didn't hesitate. His arms slid around her waists, low, deliberate, and devastatingly protective, pulling her gently but firmly onto his lap as he sat on the edge of his raised throne platform. Gasps rippled across the ballroom, but Rowan didn't acknowledge them. He only looked at her. Stay still, he murmured. I've got you. Her breath caught. She could feel every inch of his strength, the steady thrum of his heartbeat beneath her palms, the warmth of his breath brushing her cheek. Elian froze mid-stride, his face draining of color. Maya. Rowan's voice dropped to a dangerous whisper. If he hurt you, I need to know. He didn't. She lied quickly. Because the truth was complicated and painful. And because Rowan's hand was resting against her hip in a way that made coherent thought impossible. Elian's gaze flicked between them, wild with disbelief. You're sitting on his lap. She could only nod. Her throat had tightened too much to speak. Rowan leaned closer to close. Kayan whispered for her alone. I won't let him touch you. A shiver raced through her. That wasn't a promise. It was a vow. And the entire ballroom felt the shift in the air as if the king had just claimed a side in a war no one else understood. Elian took a step forward. Rowan's growl, quiet yet thunderously clear, vibrated through her spine. Elian reluctantly retreated as guards subtly moved in his path. She exhaled shakily. Thank you, she whispered. You don't need to thank me. Rowan's fingers brushed her waist, soft and warm. Just tell me the truth. I can't hear. Her voice wavered. Please. Rowan studied her face for a long, breathless moment. Then he rose smoothly with her in his arms as if she weighed nothing. Conversations halted. Music trembled. Then, we'll talk someplace no one can interrupt. His scent pine smoke. And something older wrapped around her as he carried her through a side corridor lit by flickering candlelight. Maya's heart hammered so loudly she wondered if he could hear it. Perhaps he already knew. Perhaps he always had when he finally set her down inside a quiet, secluded chamber. She wasn't prepared for his intensity. Tell me why you're afraid of him, Rowan said softly. But every syllable vibrated with restrained power. Tell me what he did. Maya dropped her gaze to the floor. It's not what he did. It's what he claims. Her voice cracked. He believes I'm his fated mate. Rowan stiffened. And you don't feel the bond. She hesitated. I feel something. But I don't want it. I don't want him. He stepped closer, cupping her chin gently, forcing her to meet his gaze. There was nothing harsh in his touch-only sincerity that felt more dangerous than any threat. You deserve a choice, he said. No one gets to claim you without it. But choice was exactly what she feared. Because the moment Rowan touched her, something deep inside her shifted, soft and sparking warmth she hadn't felt in years, maybe ever. Rowan, She whispered his name before she could stop herself. Asterisk, the way he inhaled slow, controlled, as if steadying himself made her cheeks burn. Asterisk, I felt it, he murmured. Back there, when you touched me. Asterisk, her pulse fluttered wildly. We can't. You're the king. I'm asterisk, you're Maya. His thumb brushed her cheek. You're strong, brave. You walked into a ballroom knowing half those people want something from you. And you still held your head high. Asterisk, tears stung unexpectedly. I don't feel strong. Asterisk, you do to me. His words wrapped around her like a shelter she'd never known she needed. Rowan. She whispered again, but the sentence dissolved as he took a slow step closer, closing the space between them until her breath mingled with his. Asterisk, but instead of kissing her, what she half expected, half feared, he pulled back. Asterisk, I won't take advantage of your fear, he said. But if you ever choose me, I'll spend every day proving you made the right choice. Asterisk, her chest tightened painfully. A slow burn flickered to life deep inside her. Dangerous. Impossible to ignore. Asterisk, they spent the rest of the night in quiet conversation. She told him pieces of her past. He listened with surprising patience, underneath his kingly authority. Rowan was gentle in ways she never expected, soft laughter, careful words, a warmth that made her feel seen without being overwhelmed. But the peace didn't last. 3 days later, the twist came swift, brutal, blindsiding. Asterisk, a sealed decree arrived at dawn, delivered by the High Council with ceremonial coldness. Maya stared at the words. Heart plummeting. Asterisk, all unmated she-wolves of age must submit to bond. Verification within the week. Asterisk, refusal will be treated as an act of rebellion. Asterisk, Rowan's signature was stamped at the bottom. Asterisk, her breath shattered. Rowan had signed this. Betrayal hit her like a blade between the ribs. She stormed into his council chamber, fury shaking her voice. You lied to me. Asterisk, Rowan looked up instantly, concern sharpening his features. Maya, what? Asterisk, you said I had a choice. She threw the decree onto the table. And then you signed this. Asterisk, he read the paper, jaw tightening. I never approved this. It bears your seal. My seal can be forged. His voice dropped dangerously. Someone wants to force your bond to be tested. Ilian, she whispered. Rowan didn't deny it. Asterisk, tension crackled like lightning between them. Fear and anger and something deeper twisting painfully in Maya's chest. Asterisk, let me fix this, Rowan said. Please. Asterisk, you can't fix everything. Asterisk, he stepped closer, eyes burning with something fierce and unyielding. I can fix this. I will. Asterisk, but what if the test says Elian is right? She whispered. Asterisk, Rowan froze. For the first time, uncertainty flickered through his expression. Fragile. Raw. Asterisk, then I will let you go, he said quietly, even if it breaks me. Asterisk, her breath caught. He meant it, and the realization tore her open. Asterisk, Rowan. Asterisk, his hand rose but hovered inches from her cheek, as if afraid his touch would sway her. Asterisk, tell me what you feel, he whispered. Not what you're afraid of. What you feel. Asterisk. She closed her eyes. Saw Elian's possessiveness. Saw Rowan's unwavering gentleness. Felt the ache in her chest when she imagined losing him. Asterisk, I feel safe with you, she whispered. Safe and seen and alive. Asterisk, his breath hitched. Maya. Asterisk, I feel like I'm falling, she confessed, voice trembling. And that terrifies me more than any bond test ever could. Asterisk, Rowan exhaled shakily, stepping close enough that his warmth wrapped around her. Then fall into me. Asterisk, before she could speak, the doors burst open. Elian stormed inside with soldiers at his back. She comes with us. Now. Asterisk, Maya flinched. Rowan moved instantly, positioning himself between her and the threat. Asterisk, you will not touch her, Rowan growled. Asterisk, Elian sneered. By council order asterisk, the council answers to me. Rowan's voice dropped to a lethal whisper, and I say, she stays. The standoff crackled with impossible tension. Ellie and Maya said softly, stepping forward, surprising them both. Whatever bond you think exists, it isn't what you believe. Asterisk, he shook his head stubbornly. You're meant to be mine. Asterisk, no, she said firmly, voice steadying. I'm choosing my own fate. And I don't choose you. Asterisk, Elian's face twisted not with anger, but grief. For a moment, he looked broken. Then he turned and left without another word. Silence settled like dust. Slowly. Maya looked up at Rowan. He looked at her as if she were sunrise and storm and salvation all at once. Asterisk, you chose yourself. He said softly, that's all I ever wanted. Asterisk, she stepped closer until her palms rested on his chest. I chose you, too. Asterisk, the breath he released was almost a laugh relieved, disbelieving. Say it again? Asterisk, I choose you. Asterisk, he leaned his forehead against hers, hands trembling slightly at her waist. Maya, if I kiss you, I won't stop. Asterisk, then don't stop. Asterisk, his mouth met hers in a slow, devastating kiss that melted every fear, every doubt, every lingering shadow. It was warm and patient and overwhelming in the most perfect way, everything she had been terrified to want. Asterisk, Rowan pulled her closer, hands sliding up her back as if memorizing her shape. She felt him breathe her in, felt the low, rumbling sound deep in his chest as she kissed him back with all the emotion she'd held inside for far too long. Asterisk, when they finally broke apart. Breathless and laughing softly, Maya rested her head against him. Asterisk, so what happens now? She murmured, asterisk now. Rowan wrapped an arm around her, guiding her gently toward the window where morning light spilled in golden waves. Now we build something new. Something that's yours and mine. Because you chose it. Asterisk, she smiled, warmth blossoming through her chest. With you, I think I can. Asterisk. He kissed her forehead, soft and lingering. With me, you won't walk alone again. Asterisk. And as the sun rose higher, painting the world in gold. Maya realized she wasn't falling anymore. She was finally home.